Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Okay, so if you're ready, we're gonna start. Okay. My name is Paulina Ibarra Quintana, and I'm gonna be assisting you today to learn this tool Marcalyc. And okay, first of all, the introduction, I'm gonna show you the introduction to what XML is. But first, if you have any question, you can ask me at the end of the session, please. And I'm gonna answer. Oh, okay, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. The XML, it is, I'm gonna show you what it is and what are its advantages. The XML is a plain text or flat file which allows us within a browser to implement different styles according to a sheet that is complemented with this type of templates. The XML is based on a standard that is composed of tags. Inside the tags, we have the main data that our article needs and contains. The XML, unlike other files such as PDF, is a format which is not necessary to use any platform or any application that has some cost. In this case, the XML can run from a notepad to a browser or any other platform. Comparing it with the PDF, in the PDF, we need some executable program, such as Adobe, whose license has a cost to make use of it. Therefore, XML allow us to make use of it without the need of any tool that could prevent us from accessing the information in the text. Now, we have here a page of this journal, Revista Brasileira de Estudos Urbanos, and this is an example. I'm going to show you how you are going to see your journal once you are inside of Redalyc. And first of all, we have here two logos, the institutional and the logo of the journal, of course. And you're gonna see here the main data of this journal, how is the ISSN, the name of the institution, the country, and other. If we go down, you're gonna look here, all the content of this example of this journal, which is divided into years. And we have here, for example, the current year, 2022, and the last number is the number 4. What is the current information? Above, we have here all the articles of this number 24, and I'm going to show you an example of the products you can see once you finish the marked up of your numbers. In this case, for example, the Revista Brasileira de Estudos Urbanos has within the year 2022, and in this first product, that is the view and mobile visor, we have all the information of this article, such as images, the references here, for example, tables, more images. At the end, all the complete references, and that's. What I explained before about the XML, I'm going to show you. How you're going to see. And where you have here, this is the XML format. You can see here all the levels and which our article is divided into. And of course, this is, as I repeated, a plain text file or a flat file. So the objective of the tagging these articles into Redalyc is to obtain all this XML. You can see here, for example, is divided into sections. The introduction. And here, for example, we have tagged the images, and it continues with all the article. And we really do it, add a style sheet to XML, because from this we obtain this. And of course, like the XML give us a more friendly environment view. Okay, now we back to here. So you're going to be able to watch all your articles once you finished. And it's important to tell you that you're going to have your username and password once you finished the session, and then like 20 days once you finished your tagging, you are going to be able to see your journal into the portal of Redalyc. And now we finish all the XML, and we continue with the Marcalyc 2. Okay, you're going to enter to Marcalyc, .redalyc.org. And now you put your username and your password. And oh my God, let me a minute, please. A minute. Ready. We log in now, username and password, same that we're going to acquire at the end of this session. We are going to share with you your access credentials through the email in which we have maintained contact with you, which is editores@redalyc.org, that you can find at any time in Marcalyc. And if you see, you can find here the mail. And also, when you finish your tagging, you could send us your XML files also via this email. It's important also Okay, this portal is already with a lot of information because we use it as for the trainings. But when you enter with your own account, all this space are going to be blank. This will not contain any information. And when you start with this, with the first part, there's gonna be a window, and this window, if you want to know what the PDF is used by Marcalyc, this window is going to show you the first selection you have to do. What is, if you want to be use the PDF or original of the journal, of your journal, or the PDF generated by Marcalyc. And we have two styles of this PDF. And you are going to be able to watch once you choose this one of these two options. And when you choose, if you choose more or less the option of your PDF, then when you create or add a number, an issue, you have to be all of your original PDFs. I'm going to show you in next steps. And if you choose the PDF generated by Marcalyc, you don't have to add your PDFs, because at the end of the session also I'm going to show you the PDFs, or the size of PDFs what Marcalyc generated. Okay, you choose this, and if you, for example, accidentally or because something happened, you choose your original PDF, it doesn't matter if you have to be the other choice. What you have to need is to send us requesting us to this email that you want to choose the other option. And the next time you log in your account, you are going to be able the window to choose what you want. Okay. Now, this is, I'm going to change. Yeah, it's better. What all this means. Okay, this number is about all the issues we have. As I told you, we have a lot of issues here because we use it in Redalyc, this account for the trainings. And we have here the whole numbers. In this part, we have the issues that can already be seen in Redalyc with this check mark, this green check mark. We do have here, here for example. And this means that your numbers are even visible in the portal of Redalyc. When you have here numbers, tagged articles, it means that the issues are tagged but not yet visible on the Redalyc page. And this is due to the fact that once their tagging is completed, they go through internal processes so that they are visible on Redalyc when the review is finished. Within a period of no more than 20 days, these numbers are processed so that they can be displayed on the portal. And when you now go to this part, when you see your articles or your issues with this cogwheel, it means that your work is in process. What does this mean? That the issues created are created, but we have not yet finished adding all their contents when the tagging has not yet been completed. And finally, we have here this sign of plus, and is what we're going to do to add the issues. And start here. Okay. It appears this new window. It says fill in the following information. This information will appear in the headline of all articles pertaining of this issue. So what does this mean? It is you have to put here the volume of your issue. It depends of the information you have. Now, for example, I'm going to put a volume 8. And the issue, I'm going to put, for example, issue number 1. There are some journals that have or volume or issue, or both, in this case, both. The year, I'm going to put sorry, number 3, 2023. All this data that is important to put into here is only the sections who has the sign. I mean, you continue if you don't put the other information, but it is really, really important that you add all the information that contains this sign. And the last year. The last year is a data that you have to put only if your journal has a periodic publication. What is this? Let me explain you. There are journals that when they have an issue, they create it, but they have the possibility of adding articles as they arrive, as the scientists or the researchers send or submitted this information. They can add them if we say yes. At any time, we can enter or account an issue, and from there, it will allow us to add as many articles as we need. This is when you put the last year. But usually, almost all the journals we work with don't need it. Then we have the first month and the last month. And this information you have to put only if your journal contains. And then we have the sections. Some journals, or almost all the journals, add sections. Could be, for example, the first one, the editorial section. No? And we have here, we add editorial, and that's all. For example, if you need to add other section, we put here articles. Some journals has other sections, and I don't know, translations. And if you have more and more sections, you just add with one click to the plus sign. And if you commit a mistake and you said, oh, I don't need the translations section, you just put here, here, and the job is done. Then we go through the type of installment. In this case, it's also the same as the last year, because almost all the journals are ordinary. If you have a special or extraordinary journal or issue, it is have to be said specifically in your journal. This is, for example, if you have the special issue, when a journal that publish only 2 issues per year, but suddenly this journal said, okay, I just follow this line, but I have more articles and I want to add one special issue to this year, plus my 2 articles, my 2 periodic articles, issues. So this is when you use the special or extraordinary journal. Also, this happens with the supplementary or double. I'm gonna select the ordinary. And the period, this is going to be spring, summer, autumn, winter, first semester, second semester, or if you don't have this information, you just put unknown. And this is what I explained before, that the periodic publication is there are journals that when they have an issue, they create it, but they have the possibility of adding articles as they arrive. In this case, I'm going to put no. Once we finish this information, oh, sorry. Okay, the licenses. This is not an, how can I say it? Yes, this is important information, but it doesn't happen anything if you do not, only if the journal contains this information. What is the first one? The Creative Commons. And if you put here on this check mark, you can check all these Creative Commons licenses. And you have the possibility to choose what would you work with. If you have the license description, you can enter here manually. Also the link. And if your journal contained also the copyright, you can enter here, the enter copyright declaration. Also the copyright holder, and of course the year. In this case, I don't have this information, so I just leave this. When you finish now, you save. And in this section, you must be pay attention because you have to see the check mark on green. In this case, if the window it says no, because I have created my number. And then it's gonna be up here, this. Okay. Now, you remember the sections? I don't have sections here because I didn't add them. But if you need the editorial section, as I said before, the articles or reviews, some journals have reviews, your sections are gonna appear here. Now, when we need to add a new article, we just click here. And this new window, we have to fill all these camps. fill in the following information. This will make the tagging the process easier, as metadata will be inferred automatically. And the type of article, and this is up to you. It is from translation, thesis, table of contents, partial, ordinary, brief report, etc. What I'm going to choose is article review. Then we have here the article's title. Previously, you have to prepare your article. Understand? And we have now my article's title. Section. How I don't have sections in this part, I don't need to add the section. But you are going to be able to choose your section if you need them. The language. I'm going to say Spanish. And in this part, we have first page or last page. And electronic paging. This we are going to choose only one, or the first and last, or the electronic paging. What is this? This is when our journal has an E at the beginning of our paging only, and that's the only option. Only when the journal has this E. If we don't have this E, we add the first page and the last page. When we're going to see this this pagination, if we go to our PDF, original PDF, in this case, my article doesn't have electronic paging, so I'm going to put the first page from 25, from 30, and this is an example. And the citation style, I'm going to put APA, but if you disclose the section, you're going to encounter many other citation styles. For example, ABNT, the ACA, Chicago, Harvard, ISO, Vancouver. If your citation style doesn't appear here, you post none, but in this case is up. Okay, now we have this information. We create. Here says the article has been saved successfully. Now it's time to add our HTML. But first, I'm going to show you how you have to save your file. Usually, the journals have their HTML, but you can generate it from Word, as you can see here, or from InDesign. It is the most common. In InDesign, what we need is to export the issue as a web page and nothing else. Just give it a name that asks us. That is the index.html, and that's it. Why I said this? Okay. Pay attention, please, to this warning. You must zip your article supported size 4 MB with UTF-8 encoding, containing only one index HTML file as well as the images of the article. Now, we are going to back this. And in Word, we have our file and we have to save it in certain way. And we save here. We choose when we have to save it. And now pay attention here. In Tools, Options, Web Options, with codification. And this time I have and which is Unicode UTF-8. And accept. If you don't do this step, your index are going to be wrong. And now we choose a web page, HTML or HTML. And we put the name index. And always when you put the index name, you have to pay attention here because we need HTML. So we add the, if we save this document with as index.htm, only for this L, the letter L, missing letter L, or HTML are going to be wrong. So index.html. And we save here. Yeah. Now we close this. And you encounter here the two files, the index and the index.html. Now we choose this and this. And with second click on our mouse, we create our zip. Oh my God. And we choose our file. Oh, yes, the name. Sorry. We choose here. We have here some. Oh my God. Sorry, a minute. Sorry. Here. And now we have our index zip. Now we choose our file. And the file index zip has been accepted. We close this window. We close also this window. And you can see our article is here. Oh, the information of our article with a file. I'm going to move this here to see. And the next step is to start with the tagging. And we see here. It appears the first inference wizard of Marcalyc provide us. And this is the article's content. This shows you some information about the inference wizard. and we do click in accept. Okay. It will help us to facilitate the marking. We have a small introduction of what it is and what it's for and how it can help us, and we click and accept. Here only the sections and subsections are marked, and with this the wizard helps us to mark. Now we're going to click on the field where we are going to put the title of the first section, and it sends us to the HTML that was the one we loaded before. We have article title, authors, and more information. But first, we have to make this selection. We have here section, and it discloses all our HTML. But the first section we're going to put in this part is introduction. Why we don't pay attention on this information? Because the title in first language and second languages, the authors, the abstracts, we're going to add this information in next steps. So the first, introduction. Then if we have subsequent information into introduction, we add subsection. If we don't have it, we add other section, and we click here and infer. For example, we have the number 2. Then we add other section, and we continue with number 3. Then we have other section, another section, and we have number 4. But pay attention here, because into number 4 we have for 1, for 2, and for 1 and for 2, of course, are subsections from number 4. So we have here number 4. And for 1 and for 2, add in a subsection. For 1. And again, you have to pay attention here, because if we add subsection, we are adding this new subsection to the for 1 and not to the number 4. If we need to delete, just delete the section. So the 4.2 is here. We have a new section because we finished with the number 4. We add results, and as you say, you watch, number 5 have subsections. We have 5.1, a new subsection, that is 5.2. Oh, sorry. Five 2. We almost finished. Then we have number 6. And as a new sections, we finished with conclusions. Why we don't add the acknowledgements and reference as sections, because on the next steps, I'm going to show you where we are going to put this information. So the last section are the conclusions. And at the end of this first wizard inference, have this add section. And we conclude this of adding the more or less 5 words of our last section that was conclusions. And we do click in infer and continue. Accept. And now we have here. We have articles data, reference and appendices, and full text. We start with articles data. You have on your left side the tagging process, and on your right side your HTML that you previously loaded with all the article information. And now you see here the title. The original title is in Spanish, La competencia digital, etc. We have here the title in another language. If you want to put this title, what you have to do is to select title, and if you watch above, it sends us to these 2 levels. So we choose title in another language. We choose, and we have here a new section. And we choose, we select, and you say, and you watch this. Now, I have to choose my language, my second language. We select here, and how my title is in English, I choose English. It is important that as you can, you save all your work. Anytime you can, because if not, you're going to lose your information. Now we have here authors. We select authors. I understand that some articles have even 10 authors. As an example, this article only have 1. And I choose authors. Then we have author. When we select this, appears in yellow. Name, last name, email, affiliation, complete affiliation, institution, standardized institutions yellow with yellow, and country. And we have here the name. And we choose Francis. Last name. Here's Francis M. And on the last name. And the email. If you see this sign, send us to this part. That is the complete affiliation of the author. And this information is not required, only if your article contains it. But how we have the email here, we add. Then we have the affiliation. Yeah, this is important. The complete affiliation is all this section. But as I told you, sometimes the articles appear only the name of the author or the authors, and then the university or the country. The institution is Universitat Rovira i Virgili. Then we have the country. When we select here the country, we need to go or direct to this section, choose an option, and it says here, Spain. So we choose, where is Spain? We choose, oh my God, where is Spain? Sorry, I'm looking for Spain. Here, Spain. And this information, what is a standardized institution cielo, is only with your if your journal has also indexed or are also indexed into cielo. And if you have any question, when you choose any field, you are going to see this mark that are going to help us to know what information must contain these levels. So for example, here it says, if you want to meet the requirements of Cielo's publications, you must tag the author institutional affiliation using data from, and we send us to this URL. In this case, we don't have this information, so we let it that. If we need to add more authors, we just select the section authors, and we are here, and we repeat all these steps, as I said before, with Francis M. Steve Mon. But if we don't need, because I just have one author, we just close this. And remember, save all the time. Now we have here the dates, the receive date and the accepted date. We choose date, received. In this case is recibido. We have here the date, December 10 of 2015. So we choose received, choose the date, and it says the year 2015, December 10. Now, in Spanish, almost the order of when we put the date is day, month, year. But I know in English it changes, and we have choose here day, month, year with two numbers, day, month, year, with the complete numbers, month, day, year, day, month, year, month, day, year. It's up to you here. You have to choose. In this case, we have day, month, and year. So we choose this. And check this. That is the reception because it's recibido. So it's okay. Now we pass to date accepted. And this time we have March 28 of 2016, and it's the same. We have the date format, that is day, month, year, that it's okay, which is the date, 2016, the month of March, 28. Okay, save. And as I previously told you, we have here the abstracts, and the inference wizard put this information automatically. We have the resumen, that is the abstract in Spanish, this is the original, and we have here all the first abstract is the same information. We have here the original is in Spanish, and the second abstract is in English. So we have here abstract in another language, English, and we have this whole paragraph completed. Also, we have the keywords in Spanish that are this, and in English we see digital competence, teacher education, ICT, self-perception, and standards. And if we, for example, no, we don't have the keywords of the second abstract, or even with the first one. If we have, if we need to put this information, we just select keywords, and to add the keywords in English that I delete, we choose keywords group, and we just select this. And we have again digital competence, teacher, and all these keywords. This is in case the inference wizard didn't complete this section. If we don't need, we close. If you don't need any topic, we close all of this. And now continue with the DOI. Remember, the DOI is a number, an URL that when we can find all the article or article. And also the inference wizard select this automatically. We have here DOI. We just confirm that the information is the correct, in this case is correct. So we finish with this first section. Now we pass to the reference appendices, and it appears this warning. Remember tagging articles title in the reference whose publication tab is journal. I'm going to explain you in next step what how is the best way to complete this section. So we choose accept. And now we have here the second inference wizard, that is for reference. Welcome to the wizard for tagging reference. With the inference wizard, Marcalyc accelerates the tagging process of references. If you want to start using Marcalyc inference wizard for your articles references, click as accept. Now, we have here all of our references. What we're going to do here, we're going to choose the source and type of publication. Marcalyc automatically select this information. What we are going to do is only confirm that this information is correct. Now we have here the first references that is completed from here. Aggie, we have the name of the name or the names of these authors, the year, and the source, the complete source. Now, this first references told us that is a journal. Why we know that it's a journal? Because we have here the volume and the issue. And we select journal. The source here are going to be only the name of the journal. In this case, is computers and education only. We pass to the next one. We have here another reference. We have again the name of the author, the year, the source, but as you see, our Marcalyc doesn't select any option here, so we have to do manually. We check. In this case, this is a book. How we do know that this is a book? Because we have the city and the house editorial, the house publisher. And also because we have the page, the pagination from, in this case, from 17 to 32. And now we choose, this is a book or book chapter. Next. And in this case, also this is a book, but checking this part. We have book or book chapter, journal. We have also the option of acts, annals, results, procedures, convention or conference, database, patent, report, software, thesis, website, laws. When we choose laws, this it's because the document contains, as the name said, documents related to laws or norms. Newspaper, if we don't have the option we need, we just put other. But almost always we work with book or journal, but you have to pay attention here. This is a book. What is the source? The source is, it's okay. No, yeah, the source, it's okay. And we continue with next. Here, Centro de Educación y Tecnología. And this time is this type: act, annals, results, procedures, convention, or conference. Why do we know this? Because the references are going to tell us. In this case, this is in Spanish, I know, but this is a conference. And we have two options to choose this when this is a conference. When we have the join all this conference of the event, because sometimes it happens, we choose, for example, there is a joint conferences, and we just put the name of the whole conferences or the whole event. And when we have only one conference, we choose the title of this conference. And this time is Competencias y Estándares para la Profesión Docente. We don't choose the country, we don't choose any other information, just the title of the conference. Next. This is a journal. You can see here, this is a journal. So we only choose here, Journal of Emotional and Behavioral Disorders. We have the type of publication journal. This is correct. We do the next. Then this is a thesis, the type of publication. Marcalyc automatically choose this option. We just confirm this information, and yes, this is a thesis. But in the source is bad because we only need the name of the thesis, not thesis doctoral. So we choose from here to here. Next. This is a book. Why? Well, this is in Spanish, but libro is a book. So we choose in the source is correct. Libro de resúmenes. And the type of publication is book. Okay, next. Now we have here a website. Why do we know this? Because the reference explained that the place we obtain this information is through this website or web page. We have here the title of this site, the place cited, the year, the name of the document, and then we have recovered from, and we have all the website page. And what is the source? The source are going to be the name of this site, not the website. But the website, this type of publication website is correct. And you continue all this with the your reference, depends of your reference you have. And we finished. In this case, we finished. Okay, as you can see, we have here all of our references. Reference, the title, just to check the information is correct. We go to our references. We have here the title, and we start with, this case is Aggie. We have here Aggie, that is correct. And in the next step, what we have to do is to check again the information is completed and we don't have any mistake. But I'm going to show you other options. If for any reason you don't have Marcalyc didn't mark some references, for example, what says no, that here I don't have this Boden D 2008 and I need to add. How can I add these references? Okay, we select reference. Sorry, references here on the first one, reference. And how I need this new one, I choose new reference. What happened here? Marcalyc add this new level at the end of all my references. I put information, the title, I don't have the title, the identifier. Okay, when we need to add identifier only we use this label only, for example, for a specific kind of citation styles. For example, Vancouver numbering or references. In this case, APA doesn't need, so I don't have to put the identifier, but this is owing to the citation style we are using in our references. So we put here the complete references. I delete this, so to add the complete references from the Boden to Peter Lang. Now we have here the author. We put here the name. In this case is D, and the last name is Boden because this is the style APA works. Which is the year. The year is we see that is 2008. 2008. Now we have the correct year. And the source is the same as the inference wizard of references help us. But this time we are going to do manually. So the source in this case is a book. We put the name of the book. And we put under here. If we need to add all the information, what we have to do, which is detailed references. And now you could see all these levels. There are a lot of levels. For example, there are some references or there are some works, research jobs that have more than one author. In this case, Boden has only, these references only have one author. But if you need to add more, which is authors, and automatically this show me the other author I need. If this have 3 authors, we select authors, add another, and this is the. If you need more authors, you add as many you need. Which is detailed references when we need to add all this more information, because there are some references that contains the ISBN, the ISSN. As you know, this is the name of the number of the journal, the publisher, conference location, month, edition, last page. For example, here we have first page 1732, and it is not necessary. If you you need to put all this information, you choose of any of these tag marks, and you just add. Thesis, series title, but what is, remember, we have here this mark, this asterisk. So this is important. We have to complete this information in order to continue. How I add this new reference, I need to select what type of publication is. And this is a book. So I choose book or book chapter. That's okay. But now, what happened here? These references is at the end of all our references. But this the case is that this has to be the second. So we have the option to move our references where they belong. And how can do it? How can do this? With this, it says move. So I need to put these references in second place. So we click on this part, and we just move sorry, this move to this is the first one. Oh my god, sorry. We need to put here. Again? Oh, yes. This is my mistake. When you need to move this reference, we have to choose the whole reference. What was my mistake? I choose here. But it has to be from here. We select again, move, and now, yes. We're going to put this reference where we need to put here, why don't put here, where this belongs. I am having some problems with this, sorry. Let's check one more time. One more time, sorry. And it is the same with the whole information in articles data, in references, appendices, or even in full text. If you need to move one paragraph, one references, the abstracts, because the second, I commit a mistake and the second is the first one, you have the option to move the section as you consider they belong. I'm having some problems here, but okay, we're going to continue now. But you know that this is the second. Oh yes, sorry. Remember all this time, save or work. Now we continue with the full text. Remember the sections we choose at the beginning of Marcalyc with the first inference wizard? We obtained this. The first section was introduction. We have here introduction. The first paragraph, the second paragraph, and we continue with all this information. What we have to do here is only to check again that the information is correct. In this case, Marcalyc inferred correctly all the information. We continue check with the next. We have here, for example, the section number 2. But what happened here? We have this. We have here this image. So we need to add this image here. And how we are going to do this? Okay. We have here the paragraph, figure, pictograph, identifier, name of these types of information. But what is this? This is an image. You previously, when you create your index.html and the same carpet, I suggest you to load separately or individually all your pictures that contain your articles. In this case, I have here my images. This article contains only 3 images, but there are other articles that even contain 20 or 8 or then the number of images it contains, because your work are going to be easier if you have your images previously on another carpet, another file. So we have here this equation as an image our paragraph finished here. And now we add image. When we select image, automatically above, you are going to see this label, which is gallery. And in order to add or images or tables or graphs or figures, we are going to go through this gallery and we choose images. I have here an images, and as my first equation, I choose open and we upload. Remember, first choose the image. Now we insert and we have here our first image. We choose the image, we do click in accept, and now we have here. Some images have more information, for example, the description of the picture, the source. If we don't have this information, we just don't put. We have just here the identifier. It has to be, this part is necessary. Why? I'm going to show you why. The identifier is equation number 1, because this is the way we could find in the visor next, yes, in the viewer or the mobile viewer or image. So the identifier is equation number 1. It could be, for example, figure number 1, or table number 1, or table number 2, or the identifier is the name of the picture of the image. We don't have a title, we don't have paragraph of description of this picture, so we don't fill these gaps. We don't have attribution, so we don't put this information. And if you need to know what information is in here, remember we have these marks, these signs, and that are going to help us with the information. But once we have these images, we need to insert inside of our text, and we have here on the previous paragraph, that is corresponds to number 2, the equation number 1 is cited, so we choose, we're going to internal link, and it appears all of this information. We select figures, choose this one, insert, and now when you see the final product, when you select this, it's going to be cited and insert your equation, in this case your equation. We don't need, in this case, this part, Marcalyc put this information as a paragraph, but we don't need it, so we delete. And in this case, we have here another equation, but this is inside of the text. And what happened here? We don't have the equation selected because Marcalyc doesn't recognize it. And we have two options. This is most of all with math journals. You know that math use a lot of formulas and equations and signs, and we have two options. We can add the equations manually, is what it is done step by step, or by image. For example, in this case, this paragraph, Marcalyc divided into two, and this is a mistake because the whole paragraph must be from here to here. And how we are going to correct this? Adding manually. Okay, we don't need this, so we delete. But here we need this equation. Sorry. Now we choose the way we are going to put our equation, and the first option we have to add this equation is about or through in text equation. And now you have the option of tag or image. I'm going to put by image. We continue again with the same process, which is my image. In this case, I don't have, but as an example, it's the same. Upload, insert, select the equation, and it's gonna appear here. But this is not the equation, so I'm going to show you the second option. Okay, be careful here, because if you select all the paragraph, I mean the text, if you do click in delete, the whole text are gonna delete. If you just need to delete this image, select the image and delete. Okay. Now we're going to tag signal by signal. We have here all these math formulas and all these marks. And in this case, as an example, I'm going to put this radical. We are going to choose depends on what we need. Depends, and this time is this is a radical, which is here. If we need to eliminate some field, we can delete with supreme. We select here. For example, here I need the letter A. I go back to here, letter A plus letter B, and we continue as the letters, as the formulas we need to add. You are going to find all the information of math formulas here. Remember, if you need to delete something, for example, this is not a B. With soup, we eliminate this. I needed a C. Or here is not an A. I put super. I need a B. Okay, we need A plus B. Insert equation. And you can see, oh, I commit a mistake because this is less. But you continue as the formulas you needed into your text. Remember, saved. And now we have here, this is a textual cited. So what we're going to do here, this is not a paragraph. Oh, but yes, this is a paragraph, but this belongs to a reference. We can see here because we have the letter even is little. Okay. How can we add this information? This part, we don't need this paragraph because it belongs to the textual side. So we choose here, we delete. Now we need this information, but the correct option is quotation. And now it means that this text, belongs to the previous paragraph as part of a reference belongs to enlaces 2011. First, no. If you need to, as you can see here, if you need to add quotation, some equation, in-text equation, internal link, figure, another figure, another picture, you just select the paragraph and choose one of these options. It depends on what you need again. This time, in-text equation. Yeah, equation, quotation. Sorry, as you can see, I don't need these paragraphs, so I just delete it. What is happening here? Sorry, not here. Let me check what's happened here. Okay, we're going to see this mistake once we finish, because also the other inference wizard is help us to find our mistakes. Yes, we're gonna pass through the next. Now we have the other section. We have the number 3. It's okay. The next paragraph. What finished in desarrollo It's okay. But now we have here a list of two questions, and the questions are not paragraphs. So we eliminate this and we delete this information. And now the list begins after the word siguientes. We have here siguientes. Here, list. We select the two, and we have now the two questions as a list. I know what is happening here. If we have problems, as you can say, I'm having problems now, you need to complete it, the information manually. We have from here to digital. So we just add the last words we need. We eliminate this paragraph. We eliminate this paragraph. And as you can see, this question is divided into two parts. So we don't need this. And we complete the first one. And that's all. So this is a list. We choose list, and we have to choose the type of list is order, bullet, alpha lower, alpha upper, Roman lower, Roman upper, simple. In this case is order because we have a question number 1 and question number 2. We save. And it is important because if you don't put the type of list, at the end, when you finish your tagging, it's gonna appear like a mistake. We continue and we have the section 4, that is method. As you say, the subsection of number 4 is for 1, that is correct. We have the paragraph. We have a subsection for 2. We have the paragraph. We see that the information is correct. And now we have here a table. This paragraph is wrong because this text, this line belongs to the table. So we delete this paragraph. Now we have here, we continue here. We have two options to tag or mark up the tables. I'm going to show you both of this. The identifier, remember, it's okay, it's table number 1. The title, Marcalyc infers this information automatically. The title is correct because it's the description of the table number 1, but we need this information, as you see. We just add, and that's complete. If you need to change the letters, we select the part of the text and change. You can use the style known as versalitas. In this case, it's only. We don't have more information, so we don't need this paragraph. It's okay. The notes, this is the source. In Spanish is fuente. where the place we obtain this information. Now we choose text table. When you choose, look here. When we choose text table, at the bottom of the table and on our HTML is going to appear import table. So we choose. And as you can see, the table copy perfectly the same way on our left side. Now I'm going to show you the second way to import our image or table as an image. We choose image and gallery, again upload, choose, and if we need to, if we have our table as an image, we just choose the image. In this case, I don't have it. So I have here my table imported. Be careful because sometimes a Marcalyc adds some labels we don't need. In this case, the notes, which is delete because this section is not a note, it's a source. We delete, we have our table here, and we just need to add and we delete this. What is in prompt? We close image because we don't have image, we don't have attribution to this table, so we can continue. Oh yes, the attribution is this. But we select only for the description of the attribution. If we repeat, if we select since here, it's going when we could visualize or finish job, the information are gonna be appear repeated. So we finish with our first table. Remember, saved, and we continue with number 5. Title number 5, subsection 5.1 is correct. Now the second table. But look what happened here. We have two tables. I mean, it's the same information, but here we have the choice of put this table like this, like when we import this table, or like image. In this time, we are going to put this table as an image. We select the field of image, orientation. We choose we rotate the image or the original way, and this time is the original way. We choose our image is table number 2. I suggest you also, if you have more pictures into your article, you put the name of the image as the reference in the article, because in order to have the information in order, So in this case, is the table number 2. We upload, we insert. Now it appears the table number 2. We do accept. And that's all. The identifier table number 2 is well. The title is well. Only what we need to do is to put in this style. I'm gonna, it is missing design. We add. We add. We have our image. Attribution, we have it, yes, we have attribution. We just select from here. Save. This Marcalyc infer this line as a paragraph, but we don't need it because we mentioned here. So we delete this. Now we continue. This paragraph is completed. We see, okay, it's completed as well. Now we have another subsection. We have subsection 5.2. We have the paragraph. It's okay. We have this other image. Remember, the identifier is figure number 1. It's okay. The name, the title, it's okay. We just need to add here again this. We select, and now it's okay. We need, of course, to add the image. What is the image that we previously saved in our file? Is this figure number 1? Upload, insert here, sorry, accept. Now we have our figure. This Marcalyc again put this as a new paragraph, but this is incorrect, so we delete this. We delete the attribution. We save. We have this paragraph. This paragraph is okay. The next one is okay. We have the section number 6. The title is okay, discussion. We continue with the conclusions. And apparently we finished. Apparently. Now I finish. But this is a warning. 1 or more errors found in tagged information. Please check the error list. We are going to check. When we have mistakes, Marcalyc are going to show you in these sections with a red color. If this is in red color, it means that we have mistakes. So we back to here. And what is the error here? Error number 1, language is a required file. Okay. So we choose keywords. These keywords are in English. So we choose English. We saved. Then we continue here. Warning, remember tagging articles title in the references whose publication tab is journal. Okay. We go down, down, down. And this is a journal. And the warning says that when we have a journal, a type of publication that is a journal, we need to add the article's title. So we select here references in detail. Remember, this is because it's a journal. We choose this label article's title. And we need to fill this, fill this field. We go to our references, we check which references we need to add the article's title. Is the first one, Aggie, and we just select from the right section from our HTML the article's title. What is the title? Is from here to technology. This is a book. In this case, we don't need the article's title. This is a conference. We have here another journal. Which reference is Cook? We have here Cook. So we choose reference in detail. We choose article's title. And we select the article's title, that is from here to here. And we continue. Thesis doesn't need this information. This is a book. This is a web page, book, and that's all. Remember when I say that the acknowledgements we put in the next step? I'm going to show you. If you read here, it says references, notes, and appendices. We have here acknowledgements. Not all the articles has acknowledgements. In this case, this article hasn't. So we choose references. We select the label acknowledgements. And in this paragraph, we choose only the acknowledgements. And it's, you can see here, as you see, this paragraph, Marcalyc divided into 4, and this is other mistake. It don't happen, not always. In fact, this is weird. In order to add the correct information, we add manually. I'm going to follow this with 3 points. And we have our acknowledgements here. But what happens, as you see, we have here notes. When we're going to put our notes, again here, references, notes, and appendices. Notes. We choose the label notes. We have here the identifier and the paragraph. What is the identifier? This note has note number 1 and note number 2. The identifier is the number. We choose the identifier, and the paragraph is the description of this. When this happened to you, for example, that here my paragraph is divided into many paragraphs, is because your HTML has was not correct generated. And what is this? Because you have to pay attention. For example, I did it by word. If there are some character missing, if you don't eliminate, yes, some breaks pages, it could happen. This that our paragraphs are separated into many paragraphs. So when you generate your HTML, you must pay attention to eliminate or the extra characters that we don't need it. In this case, I, owing to this, have to put all the notes completed manually. And this, we're going to suppose. So I complete the note number one. Note number one says aplicar las diferencias. And you continue. But we have also note number two. How we are going to add this note number two, and the notes, the X notes, the X number notes we need. We select notes, note, and it's gonna appear here the note, and we put note number two, and we choose the paragraph. Remember, we complete this field manually. We save, remember, always save. And we continue with the full text. Okay. What happens here? Error number two, table must be tagged. Okay, I put this image. I put this table. But we don't infer this information to the text. So we go where this table is appeared, that is here. Is table number two, table number two. In this case, the text table, but we put this table as an image, not as a table imported like the other table. So we close this, but we need to infer this table into the text. In this paragraph says, as we can see in the table number two, so we choose these words, this word and number, and we go to internal link. And it's going to show you this. We choose tables. We have two tables. We choose the table that the reference belong, and we insert. Now, when you have your product finished, when you see in the text and you put the cursor in this section, you are going to see the table. Now here again, this figure number one is not inferred into the text. Now we see in this paragraph where the figure is mentioned. Figure number one, we choose only this part, internal link. We see that is the figure number one. We go to figures. Remember, we have tables. Now we go to figures. We select this, we insert. And now our figure is inferred into the text. Remember, save. Okay, we're going to put finished, and we are going to see what other mistakes we have. Inconsistencies were found in tagged information. Do you still want to generate the XML file? Review. Now remember, we don't have here a red color, so this part is okay. We go here. Remember, tagging articles title in the references was publication type is journal. Okay. Now, what happened here in references? Warning 2. Reference has no internal link because we don't have a mention or references into the full text. So, okay, go to our full text. We have this full text inference that are going to help us to infer all our references in the text. If we choose this option, inference wizard of the article's content, accept. And we have the possibility to select the section that contains, for example, here we have our references, Aggie and booked 2011. When we choose this, and we infer as an example, I'm going to show you as an example. It's supposed that our texts are going to be inferred. In order to well, I show you this as an example, but I'm going to back, but I need to yeah, because if not, I lose this information. I have to point out that the full text inference works most of all with the APA style citation, but we have to do this manually. How can we do this? We select the reference, we go to internal link, and now the errors we have was in the references because we don't mention our references into the full text. So we choose, well, remember, we have all this. We go to references, and this is Aggie and book. We choose this, we insert, and now we have the reference cited into the text. We have here another enlaces, internal link, which is where enlaces is located. We don't have here, we have here enlaces. We insert, and we continue with the full text mention of all our references. We have here for Bowden, internal link, we go to references. Where is Bowden? Here is Bowden, insert. And we continue with all our references. Now here we save. This is mentioned again, Bowden. Oops, Bowden. For example, no, this is Bowden. I put an internal link and I put Castañeda. Oops, but it doesn't belong to Bowden. It doesn't belong to Castañeda. It belongs to Bowden. So we choose the previous cited reference. Remember, not in the text, the reference with the let, and we have the opportunity to select again and correct the reference. The equation number 1 is mentioned. We have here another equation. We have again here enlaces. We have here again enlaces. So as many references we have, and we need to mention, we choose internal link, enlaces, okay. We have here another that is Steve. I need to show you this because we have to need all our references cited. If we don't, this warning window are going to be appear again and again and again. Here we have Cantaluya, internal link. For example, Cantaluya, generated Cantaluya. But it's from here. So, wait. We choose Cantaluya because I commit a mistake. The references starts since here. I delete. I choose again this, internal link, insert. We continue. We continue with all the references. Here we have another hook. We have another here. Steve, and this is one. We have another here. For example, here, these references are not mentioned in the HTML, so we don't add the reference cited. We have here again, we mentioned, you put the internal link, button repeated here, so you select and you repeat the same process as an internal link. We have here Fernando, internal link, insert, conclusions. Now we are going to see what happened because apparently we finished. Save. Again, we review what happened. Warning, we put these notes, yeah, but we didn't mention in the text. So warning 3, references has no internal link. Either the note number 4, references has no internal link. So we go to our full text. We see where our notes appears. Here we have the note number 1 and the note number 2. And which paragraph, which section? The section introduction. in the second paragraph. So we put here, we just check where is our note number 1, and it's here. But as you can see, the number 1 doesn't appear here. So we select internal link, we go to notes, choose the note number 1, and then we have this note number 2. And it happened the same. Put the number 2, select the number 2, internal link, we are already in notes, we put the note number 2, insert, and we have now. Now we are going, again, what happened? Let's see if we have more errors. Review. Okay, the error is here. References has no internal link. What happened here? Castañeda. We check our full text. A better way to find this these references is with Control F. We go to our full text. Here, oh, because yeah, I don't see this Castañeda, this reference. So we select internal link, go to reference, and this is the reference we missed. Save, finished, review, and you are going to choose in these 3 sections as many mistakes you have. Where would do we have this? References has no internal link. It's because this table has not mentioned in this paragraph, so we check. This is table number 1. In paragraph it says, here, table number 1. Choose table number 1. Internal link. We go to tables. And this is the table number 1, insert. We check if we have more mistakes. We save. And we can finish now our job. Once we are here, all the products we have are this: Intelligent Viewer, the EPUB, HTML, Mobile Viewer, PDF, the XML with JATS standard. What is JATS? Now we're going to see. And look, we have the but this is in Spanish, but we have the abstracts. The abstract in Spanish, the abstract in English, the keywords. We have the sections, introduction, and you are going to find the reference cited because other sections, as you see here, the acknowledgements, supplementary material, all our references, all our notes, and this is the mobile viewer. The intelligent viewer is, this is the product, all products that you are going to be able to see in the Redalyc portal. And we have here the institutional logo, the journal logo also, and the title, the author, DOI, all the information we previously tagged. We have here the equation, the references, the notes, the EPUB. This is only for download. It's like an HTML, but this works only with specific platforms. The PDF, remember, Marcalyc generates two types of PDFs, and this is an option in case you select the Marcalyc PDF. If you don't have to generate the PDF from Marcalyc, in this section are going to appear the original PDF of the journal. Now see, this is one of the style of the PDF generated by Marcalyc. You see here Redalyc, this information about Redalyc, the title again. In the left section, the left part, you're going to see the journal, the volume, the issue, year, university. Again, the whole information we saw, but in a different style. We see here again the table. Then we have the HTML, again only for download. And if you select this option, if you need more help on how to capture this data, please visit the Cielo site. But this is only if you need to generate the Cielo according to the Cielo standard. If you need help, you could find the necessary information to add this data on this site. In this case, we don't need it, so it's okay. And we almost finished. We back to our number, and this is very important. This is for one article, but we know that when we have one issue, it contains 2, 3, 5, almost 30 articles. But you are going to finish the issue once you add all your articles. Because if you finish the issue and you don't add the articles, you are not be able to add more information to this issue. This is at least that you select the periodic publication. Only in this case, if you finish the issue, it doesn't matter, because as this is a periodic publication, you could add the information you need, the information you are receiving, as when you want, when you need it. But in this time, how this issue I put as an ordinary publication, if you finish the issue, I'm gonna appear this warning. Do you want to finish the issue? Once finished, you won't be able to make any changes. Your issue will be shown in no more than 20 days from today. If you click in accept, your issue it's finished and you don't have, won't be able to add more articles. If you do cancel, if you don't finish your articles, you could add the articles you needed. And other thing that is important is always you finish your work or your session, even if you left this article, for example, at the middle, please, we recommend to sign out. Because what happens if you don't sign out? Sometimes this, when you want to put again your user and password, this in this side, it's gonna appear the warning that like an error, a window like an error that you won't be able to access. And why is this? Because you don't log out your session. But we understand that something happens. If this happens to you, the only what you have to do is to delete cache and cookies, and that's all. But yes, this is important that to log out the session always. And we finished. Now, if you have questions, please tell me. Yes.
Yeah, I have. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a question. It's just what you said. Issue publishing. You said finish issue publishes the issue. So we are continuously publishing, and we finish the issue at the end of the year, but the articles appear like continuously. Can this be handled?
And this is what?
Like we are continuously publishing articles for 1 year, and at the end of the year, the issue is finished.
Okay.
We would like to have the articles appearing continuously.
Yes. If your journal is belongs to this type of publication, that periodic publication, in this period is a year, the complete year. Yeah, I recommend you to select this option of continuous or periodic publication, because if not, if you finish the issue, for example, the issue number, the volume 4, issue 3, but you receive more articles for that issue, when you finish, you won't be able to add these articles. I don't know if I explained correctly.
Yeah, I do understand. It's just we have, well, we do not have issues. We only have volumes. We are 1 year from 1st of January to 31st of December. We have one issue, one volume at the end. Volume equals issue.
Volume
for us.
Okay.
It's the same. And another question is, we do not have page numbers. We have article numbers.
Okay.
So we don't have page 25 to 35. We have article number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you don't have this information about the pagination, it doesn't matter. You feel free to have this fields in blank without the information. Only if
Okay.
you have it, but no.
Yeah, I'm very used to work with XML. I did XMLs through Pandoc up to now, and then manually correct all that. So, but I'm used to have tables inserted into XML as tagged by XML and not as pictures or not as images.
Ah, okay. Let me enter again to show you clearly.
Maybe I missed because I went to the toilet once.
Yeah, if you want, I hope. Okay, if you need a break, it's okay.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. What you ask is about tables. Here, no?
Yeah, but as I'm really tagging XML, I am used to tag tables as well.
Ah,
They're
you
not
mean
images. I do tag. It's like table, title, blah blah, and then with all like column. It's all like a whole lot of commands I enter usually.
Ah, okay. Yes, I know.
I'm not used to do them as images, because
Okay.
this is an image, right?
No, this is a table imported. What is the difference? Look at this. This is an imported table. That is the same as a tag table.
Okay.
And this is an image as a table.
Okay.
Let's do it again. Here.
And I think I can figure out, but maybe I had just to go to the toilet at that point of time when you explained this. So
yeah, if you need to go to the toilet, okay, I wait for you.
No, but I mean during your presentation.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Well, you see here, import table, and not as an image, as a tagged table. And we have here all these comments that appears in this section are shown once we select the section, the paragraph, the table. Begin here, section, quotation, equation, figure, and it depends what we need to add.
Table or chart, yeah.
And in the paragraph, it's the same. On the table, I don't know. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
And only to be clear with this part, again, how this image, in the HTML, I put this table in the two options to show you, in order to show you the way we can add this table. I put here as an image. I know this is a lot of work, the steps, but with practice, you increase, you are going to be better on this job. So, for example, we have here this table, and we go to gallery, and now I suggest you to download all your images in a separate file. As I said, as I have here.
I have to do it as well because it doesn't work otherwise if you don't have your images as files. So when you're tagging XML in like, what do I use? Some just the notepad, whatever. When I finalize the tagging. So I have to have the images as well because otherwise the program can't find the images.
Okay.
I'm very familiar with that process.
Ah, perfect. Okay, so yeah, the step of put the images are clearly.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
I just wondered because of the tables, because I'm used to like tag and they're huge tables sometimes, and sometimes I also had to insert the tables as images because they were too big to be shown on the display. So yeah, it was simply not possible, so I had to do an image.
The advantage here is that you don't have to put the table for example, in columns. It's the whole table.
Mm-hmm. And
what other? You have another doubt about the notes?
No, I'm happy to know that notes work because where I work right now, notes don't work really. But I was wondering, you just at the very end, you said something like there is a button export to OJS because we're basically working with OJS. So I wonder, how does Marcalyc work together with OJS? How is the transfer? Do we have to kind of migrate the whole journal to Marcalyc, or can we keep it at OJS?
Okay, when we finished, okay, let me return to the home to show you what happened.
For the publishing. Yeah, export to OJS, the last button, yeah. What does can I send back that to our OJS system, and then it will be published as usual?
Yes. Okay. What is the process here? When you want to export to OJS, once you finish your tagging here, let me show you. Here. No. In this case, this is what we were working with. When you finish, you just send us not the OJS file. What only you have to do is to send us a mail to this email, editores at Redalyc.org. Only send us this zip, which contains the XML files. Once you send us this, we download, and you have to wait more or less 20 days. And you are going to see your journal here. And here. But yeah, tell me.
I guess this is rather something I have to talk about to our publishers, how this process works from Marcalyc back to OJS, or not back to OJS.
Okay, let me. Your only doubt is about to back to OJS?
Yeah, I mean, our publishers recommend us to work with you, so I guess they have a solution for it, but I just wanted to have more information, but maybe it's better I talk to them how this process works at the end.
Okay. Yes, if let me ask to my superior what happened with this specific question you asked me, and let me send you an personal mail solving this topic, please.
I mean, maybe an important information, we are working with Burn Open Publishing, so this must, I guess they have some kind of agreement with you, but I just want to understand how it works. If it works, I don't worry really, but I like to understand processes.
Okay.
You understand? If it works, I have no problem, but sometimes it's important because if something doesn't work properly, then, you know, I have to go and ask them, or I have to go and ask you.
Okay. So this afternoon, well,
there is no rush. You know, in Switzerland, everybody is on summer leave for 4, 5, 6 weeks now, but there is no rush.
Oh yeah, I understand, but this is important. So as soon as possible, I'm going to solve this.
Yeah. Take your time. I'm still very busy. I am not on leave, but I'm still very busy with other things. So it's not like the most important thing. Another question. At the beginning of the workshop, you mentioned we will get access to the Redalyc or Marcalyc system right now or soon, because I have one article which I should publish. So I'm just guessing, shall I still do it with Pandoc as I did before, or shall I try to get on that system right now?
In order to use the tool?
Yes.
Okay. Again, this afternoon, well, the process in Redalyc is the evaluation, the assessment, the acceptation. And once you finish this session, we generate today the credentials to access to Marcalyc. So again, via email in 2 hours, more or less.
There's no rush because it's Friday afternoon, 3:30 right now here. So I'm gonna leave for the weekend soon. There's no rush. Until Monday is early enough.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know, weekend.
Monday,
I don't work on the weekend. But it's just a question if I should give it a try on that system, or if I should still proceed the way I did before.
The way you did before.
Because I was producing XML to Pandoc up to now.
Okay, let me ask again this to my superior, but well, solving about the credentials this day, you receive this your username and your password to start to work with this. And about the other job, let me ask again. And once I send you your accessing credentials, I solve these another 2 questions.
Wonderful. So no more questions from my side. Thank you.
Thank you to you. Thank you. And welcome to this show. I hope you enjoy this.
Yeah, so maybe speak to you another time.
Thank you. Okay, so if you don't have any other.
No, I'm fine.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
¡Ah! Ay, perdón. Así es cierto. Espérame, espérame. Ay. ¿Dónde está? Al finalizar.